So this is an update on the charges of Kevin Christensen, who was a Justice Court judge in Box Elder County, Utah. So he was officially charged with crimes yesterday. So some of the charges are second-degree felony for enticing a minor using the internet, and the penalty for that is up to maximum 15 years in prison. The rest are third-degree felonies. So the counts here are dealing in material harmful to a minor, enticing a minor using the internet, dealing in materials harmful to a minor, attempted aggravated sexual exploitation of a minor, a few charge counts on that, and obstruction of justice. And it seems like the charges involve speaking to two individuals who were allegedly 13 and 16 years old. And it seems like the communication went back as far as November of 2024 and could have gone back farther. And they found out that someone who was in his group, I guess his group chat, he was using the app called Kik, K-I-K, to talk to people. And he found out that somebody was going to give the information to authorities. So he deleted all the information from his app. So that's why he was charged with obstruction of justice. So that's where we are right now. The judge, it was signed in Box Elder County because that's where the crimes occurred, but it has now been transferred to Weber County, and the judge recused himself, Brian Kennel, who was in First District Court. So it's been pushed down to Weber County, but I still think that there's probably some conflicts of interest with the judges. I'm sure the judges in Ogden County, Weber County know Judge Christensen pretty well, and I think that it needs to be kicked out probably even farther, maybe down to Salt Lake, maybe to Provo. Because I don't think any judge doesn't know other judge. They see each other all the time in CLEs. They work together when they're split felonies and misdemeanors together. But one thing I thought was, well, maybe, the one defense is how can they prove that he was the one behind the apps and the one messaging? But it looks like he was, he talked to investigating authorities and he admitted that he was the one using the app. So that makes it easier for authorities to make charges against him and know that he was actually the one behind the app. So that's where we are at this point. Next steps is he's going to have to plead guilty or not guilty, and he's going to plead not guilty. A lot of people think that, oh, well, why are you pleading not guilty? But that's just kind of procedure. You have the right to be, you're innocent until proven guilty. So he can plead not guilty, and that just kicks in the whole litigation process on the criminal defense side. And then it looks like the state is still asking for no bail hold. I think he's still being held in the Davis County jail. And the state has made a request that throughout the proceedings he be held without any bail. So we'll see what orders come from that. And then next will be the pretrial process, and the state will have to show that there's at least probable cause in preliminary hearing, and that could take several months to have that preliminary hearing. And then at that point, if they make a determination, I think they will hear with the evidence that it seems like with the allegations, then it moves to trial, and that could be a year out. And then between now and then there can be a deal, and they can decide to whether or not to the state can make an offer to him and his attorney, and he can decide to accept it or reject it. But that's how a lot of these cases play out. But because this is such a high profile case, I don't know if the state be willing to make any kind of deal at this point. So we'll see what happens from here.